Hello, hello, it's Mrs. Johnson again. How are you guys doing? I hope you enjoyed the book about portrait artist Laura Wheeler Waring and the video about Romare Bearden and his incredible collages. I just love their artwork. And we're going to create our own collage next. First, we need to collect all our supplies. So we're going to need a piece of cardboard, and what works great is a cereal box. So hopefully you've got a cereal box handy, and we're going to use that. You're going to need some paper. Lined paper is okay too. It's okay. Doesn't matter. I just have copy paper right here. And you're going to need some magazines or newspaper, or you can even use junk mail. Mail flyers, those things, anything with like colored pictures in it. Those are great. You're going to need some Elmer's glue and some paintbrushes. If you don't have paintbrushes, well, we have fingers. They work too, so we can use those too. And we're going to water down the Elmer's glue. If you don't have Elmer's glue, flour and water mixed together make a really good glue, and it's easy to use. It's a little sticky, but it works great. So if you don't have any Elmer's handy, you have a little bit of flour, you're going to mix that with water. Make sure your mom helps you with that and get it nice. It'll be very liquidy, just like glue. Okay, so you can get all that. So we have everything, and you might want some crayons too. I have my old crayons that are all broken and peeled off already because I just like them that way. And then what else do we need? We have paper, maybe a pencil to draw out some things. So we've got everything here. I have a measuring tool because I'm going to show you how to water down the glue to make it much easier to make these collages, because the glue it's too thick, and so it doesn't go on easily. So we're going to mix it 1:1 with water. So 1:1 means I'm going to use like 1 tablespoon of water, put it in a cup. I have a little extra container here, and then it's just a yogurt container. And then I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of glue and mix it together. It doesn't have to be exact. It just makes it a lot waterier and much easier to use. Okay, up next, we're going to practice drawing our little animal. We're going to decide what kind of animal we want. We want a kitty cat, a puppy dog, maybe a little piggy. Maybe you can do a raccoon. You decide what you're going to do, and I'm going to show you how to do it and make it real simple. Okay, we're going to first make a big plump triangle about the size of your hand. So we start at the top, or you can start at the bottom. Start at the top, and we're going to go sloping down and out. Then we turn the corner, come back around, turn the corner, go back all the way up to the top, and we make nice rounded ends. They're not going to be pointed like a real triangle. This one's kind of rounded. So he's kind of fat and fluffy. Fluffy would be the word, since we're doing an animal, right? So you're going to add ears. Cats usually have pointed ears. Not always. Some of them you could have one that was bent over, maybe, if you wanted. Okay. If you were doing a puppy dog, it'd be sloping ears maybe, or even bigger ears for like a German Shepherd. Okay, so then we're going to have to put some eyes on there. So let's do some big circles. They don't have to be exactly the same. I'm going to put some dots in there. Whoa, it's kind of got buggy eyes, like he's scared. You could probably put some lids on him if you wanted. All right, so you know how cats are. Okay, now we've got to put an upside down triangle, kind of a plump upside down triangle for the nose, right up under these eyeballs. So we're going to go around like that. It doesn't have to be exact. A little crooked is better, actually. And just for our drawing, we could color it in, but we're going to be doing that with a different colored paper. And then we do a little mouth. And I like to make a little one for a cat. But if you're doing a puppy dog, you're going to make this huge one because they usually have those big long noses, right? But I'm just making it a cat. So I'm going to, not with that one. I'm not going to erase. So, but if you've got a puppy dog, he's going to want some bigger jowls on him, right? So we've got the kitty cat. He doesn't look quite like a kitty. It's one fat cat. So if you don't like him quite so plump, you can make your triangle a little narrower here. Maybe I'll do that. He's really plump. Let's go ahead and pull those edges in there, Mrs. Johnson. There we go. He's not quite that fat. But if you like yours big and fluffy, by all means, leave him big and fluffy. He's got a little pointed head here. We'll just round that out a little bit. Oh, let's put a little whisker on the top. All right, so then we've got if it's a cat, we're going to put a big fluffy tail on it. So let's go from here and go around. Let's bend the tip a little bit because they're always twitching it around, right? And then back into the body. So we got a cat tail. You can bring it closer. You can have it wrap around his neck or something, whatever you want to do. Okay, you decide. And then you can make 2 front paws. I make the ones in front a little bit longer. Kind of give them the image of, when they sit and they got their feet out front. But it's coming out through the fluff. You see, he's so fluffy. Fluffy, fluffy, fluffy. And then we've got 2 back feet coming out from under his belly. So then we've got that. And if we wanted to erase these lines, we could. But don't worry, because we're cutting paper to do this. All right. So you could change up the tail a little bit any way you want. Okay, you can change up the ears. If you want a puppy dog, he'd have big floppy ears. If you a puppy dog, he'd have a big long face. He might even have a tongue hanging out. Right? So change it up to the animal you want it to be. And if you wanted a pig snout, usually they're kind of triangular, but more ovally round, and they have these nostrils on them. The nostrils are fun. Okay, and they might not have that big smile this part. I would just put a little smile underneath them. Like that for my pig. But you can decide. It's your pig if you're doing a pig. And you can do the big circles. You can do them half-lidded this way if you want, because I'm tired. You can make your eyeballs just round and put the eyes all kooky like that. Or you can maybe put the lids maybe this way. He's tired. It's a tired kitty. Tired kitty. It's a very tired kitty. Okay, so you decide what you want to do for your eyeballs. But I would just go with that fluffy triangle. Or if you want an oval shaped animal, that's fine. If you have a different shape. But we need to make it large shapes and singular shapes so that we can cut out pieces and put together this guy. All right. Next, we're going to have to go through this magazine and find something. So we either want to find something that's really solid colored, like the blue. You can make a blue dog or a blue puppy. Or you could make a green dog or a green kitty. Or I'm going to go ahead and find some copy in here. Copy means lots of type. So when somebody writes a story in a magazine, there's lots of this big copy right here. I'm going to find a full page of that. There we go. And I can use that to make my kitty, so it'll have like stripes on my kitty cat. Ooh, there's more. Ooh, look at, there's something there. You could use that to make your kitty or your puppy or your piggy. Ooh, look, there's pink over here. I think I'll go back to that type though. And if you have a newspaper, that works out great too. So we're just going to tear that out. Oh, look, there's copy on the back of it too. Perfect. I'm going to tear that out and use that piece of paper. So get yours torn out. If you have to hit pause after you find what you're going to use. I need it big enough for my kitty cat to go on there. Okay, next thing, we're going to have to try to cut out the shape of that kitty cat, that triangle, that fat triangle, plump triangle. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to make the bottom part nice and big and round, and then go up to like a little point and then come back down again. You might not be able to see that. I'm just going to do it in Sharpie so that you can see that. So I've made that triangle shape. Now we're going to cut that out. So go ahead and cut that out. Let's not leave those little lines. I'm not going to leave all my lines on there. With the pencil, though, it's better with pencil because then you can't see those edges. Okay, so I've cut that triangle out. What other shapes do we have to finish? We're going to have to do some ears, right? So we can draw some ears on here. So ears are just triangles, so we can just make triangle ears. And then some feet, so we need some big fat feet. So I'm going to draw a big paw right there, a big paw right there, put a line there so I know where to cut it. And then some little ones that go underneath his back feet. So these are the front feet and these are the back feet. Oops, can you see that? All right, so I'm going to cut those out now. It's easier if I cut them out little pieces at a time. So you got to hang on to these pieces, okay? And save them, because we're going to have to glue them onto that cardboard. And we might go ahead and color that cardboard with those crayons if you have crayons, or magic markers if you have magic markers. Okay, so I've got that one ear. Oops, there's my other ear. So cut out your ears. Well, not your real ears, just, you know, your kitty cat ears. Here we go. And save the right pieces. Throw away. Got to throw away all these other scrap pieces so we don't get them mixed up. And then I'm going to cut out my feet for my kitty cat. This piece I don't need now. So I'm cutting out my feet. They don't have to be perfect. They just have to look like feeties. 1 foot. And 2 feet. Take your time. If you have to hit pause, please just hit pause and then catch up. And I'm going to cut out these other feet. You can always watch the whole video first and then you really know what's going to happen. But if you like to do things right with me while I'm doing them, make sure you hit pause when you need to. All right, so I've got that all cut out. So this works good with newspaper too. Wait, is that one of my paws? Yeah, that's one of my paws. Okay, this is not. So get rid of those pieces that aren't the ones. And if you make a mistake and throw away one of your pieces that you need, that's okay. Find another piece that has all the line, the copy on it, or your colored piece. It could have a different colored paw. Oh my gosh, you don't have to have them all this color. I might want to change the color of my paws so they show up. Let's see. I think, ooh, I'm going to use this part right here for the paws instead. Look at me, I'm already tearing out more stuff, guys. Stay with me. We'll get this. I changed my mind. I'm going to make the feet out of another color. And one more foot. Oh my gosh, you know what I could be cutting out right now? His nose, you're right. I could be cutting out his nose. Is it a he? Uh-oh, must be a he. We could be cutting this out of pink or out of purple. Could be any color nose. So I'm going to have a triangle, a round, puffy triangle for the nose. Let's go that way. Almost looks like a heart, Mrs. Johnson. Yeah. There's his nose. We can do the rest with marker or crayon. That'll work. All right, so I think I got a nose and some ears. Ooh, now we gotta stop. I'm gonna stop and start something new. So here we go. All right, I'm gonna get my cardboard ready because I've already cut my kitty out. I'm going to fix my cardboard because I've got some of these flaps on here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut those off. But you can save that until later. I just want to get them out of my way because they're taking up too much space. And you don't have to use the whole piece of cardboard. You could cut this in half and do your kitty on it. Whatever fits your kitty, or your pig, or your raccoon. Ooh, a raccoon. No, stop, Miss Johnson. Stay with the kitty. Stay with the kitty. All right, I'm going to just do the kitty. But this is a little bit big. I'm going to go ahead and cut off a little bit of that. I can save that for something else. I'm like a little pack rat. I save everything. All right. This is black and white. So let's think of a color I can put behind it. I'm going to use gold And orange. Do we have an orange in here? There's an orange. Gold and orange. That's not pretty cool. Let's try this. Maybe 3 colors of crayon. But I like to mix colors. So I'm going to mix some colors here. I'm going to put my kitty on a yellow background. Oopsie. Ooh, I like texture too. So I'm going to put some yellow in there. Orange in there. Maybe I'll put a little red. It's like a sunset or something. Let's try that gold color. Let's see what that is. And you choose what colors you want. Remember, if you've got a pink kitty cat or pink pig, you don't want a pink background or your pig won't show up. I don't have any yellow or orange in my kitty cat, so I think he will show up really well with the colors I chose. So we want to pick something opposite on the color wheel. If we remember what the color wheel is, we got our rainbow and a wheel. You want to pick things like, if I've got warm colors, then I can put a cool color on top. Ooh, and it'll show up better. So do I need anything else in here? I think I've got it good. I think we can see, oh, look at that. Maybe a little bit of red. Maybe a little bit. Just a smidge. Just a, oh, it's not coming in anymore. Maybe not that red. The first scarlet red is the best crayon ever. If you've got the paper still on it, you can see what scarlet red is. It's like one of the best colors. All right, so I've got my background. Next, we're going to mix up some glue. So like I said, let's do the water first. Let's do about a tablespoon of water. You don't need a lot. You don't use up a lot of the glue. So 1 tablespoon of water, or 1 teaspoon of water, or whatever container you have, a little container. And then 1 tablespoon, close to it, of glue. That's an awful lot of glue. So yeah, teaspoons would probably be better because we really won't use that much. And then I'm going to use my brush to scoop that out of there. Now I'm not sure if it works with the colored glues, you know, when you get the clear ones. But if you experiment and it works, could you please let me know in Padlet if it worked? I would love to see if that has another effect, you know, if you can do it with the clear glue. I like the white glue just because I can see it when it's on there. And we mix this all around. It's fun to mix things, isn't it? Don't be messy. If you make a mess, clean it up. There you go. No problem. See how it's a little bit runnier, but not too runny that it doesn't glue. So then we have our stuff. We're ready with our glue. Okay, so go make your glue, or if you have to, make the flour and water. That works too. Okay, you just don't always want to stick it on top. All right, next let's gather up all our pieces. Uh-oh, where are my ears? Oh, I didn't make black ears, guys. I forgot. That's okay. Mrs. Johnson, this is a video. We can make up. What color ears should I do? Should I make them a different color? I could make them a cool color. How about we make, there's this weird grayish blue here. I'm going to make them grayish blue because I know those are cool colors and they'll show up on that orange. So now I have blue ears and black feet. Must be cold. All right, so I'm going to make sure I have room for his feet down here. So I might have to move it up just a little bit. Oh, guys, what did I forget again? Whoo, she forgot the tail. Yes, I did. And I don't like how I put my pencil mark in there. Do we have an eraser? I'm picky. Don't be picky. Be an artist. All right. So I'm going to make sure I have room for his ears here and still have room for his feet down there. So I'm going to be gluing him right about there. So wait till you see how you glue him. But I got to stop. I'm going to go make a tail. I'll be right back. So I made his tail. I found this dress and I thought, oh, wouldn't that be a cool tail pattern? So I cut a tail out of that. So now we have a tail. So now I have a tail to go with my kitty. And the feet fit right there. And the little feet go under here. Alrighty there. Uh-oh. Ears. Don't worry about his face. We'll get that on there. Ears. And then his mouth. His nose, actually. Oh, we've got to do some eyeballs. We could do them in a little bit. All right. Let's get the body on there. All right. Let's get that. Let's move the ears out of the way. Move the tail out of the way. Let's move those guys out of the way because we don't want to get them mixed up. So let's move those feet out of the way. All right. So we decided this is about the best place for it. Right about here. Can you see that? There we go. Now this is the fun part. We're going to paint where we think that whole thing is going. So we're going to paint back and forth and cover the board. Only where we're going to be putting that triangle, this big body triangle. All right, now the wax is pushing all the glue away, but it'll be all right. So once we push that on there, watch what we're going to do. Make sure you've got room. Press on it with your fingers. We're going to paint over it again. Oh yeah. Now we've got some more stuff on it. So now we got glue. Try not to get it on your fingers, but it's okay. Just wipes off with water. No big deal. Let's tuck these ears underneath there. Let's make sure I have glue where his ears are going to go. All right. I'm going to slide those ears a little bit underneath. Oh, they're not going to slide under anymore. Mrs. Johnson, that's okay. The ears can go on top. There we go. And then put them where you want them. And then paint over them again. Uh-oh. If he moves, just move him back. There you go. And let's get his tail on. Do we have enough glue right out here where his tail's going to go? Yes, I think we do. So we're going to put his tail, let's put it a little bit lower. There we go. It's kind of coming out. Oh, look at that, slid right under. Thank you. So there we got tail, paint over that. Now we got to do his feeties. Now it's already got glue and the glue is still wet. So let's get those front feet out. I'm going to put them right there, maybe a little longer. Okay, got my front feet out. Let's get our back feet on. And there's one back foot. And there's another back foot. There we go. And then we can paint over that. I love this painting stuff. Yay, slap something. Paint over it again. Oh, no, I moved an ear. Let's move it back. Shh, don't tell anyone. Maybe I can tuck it underneath and maybe it won't slide around so much. There we go. It's kind of bent a little bit. That's okay. There we go. Now I have sticky fingers. Water. Paper towel. There we go. All right, so we got kitty cat. Oh, we're missing a nose. And we're missing eyeballs. Let's make sure we leave enough room for eyeballs. So we're going to put his nose down. Think about an eyeball there and an eyeball there. Let's go ahead and do that. Now the glue won't dry up. This will dry, which is fine. Okay. And then we're going to make some cutouts for eyeballs. We could make, you could have blue eyes and be like a Siamese cat. Oh, look, and I have blue right here. So I'd have to make 2 circles. Now, I'm going to show you an easy way to make circles. Fold the paper in half. Hit pause if you need to. I'm going to make some eyeballs, so we need a circle. I'm making it bigger because of the magic marker. I don't want to cut out the magic marker. And then you take the scissors. You might need help making a small eyeball, but it's okay to get help. And then we're going to make this. Let me cut that big chunk off of there for me. And then we're going to go around in a circle. Move the paper. Hold the scissors still. That makes it much easier. Moving the scissors makes it hard. Let's cut that off. Sometimes there's big chunks attached to whatever you're cutting. It makes it harder. I think we've got those 2 blue eyeballs. And there we go. Oh, one has a piece of airplane in it. That's okay. It looks kind of funny. There, now he's got two blue eyes. And we can take a Sharpie or a crayon. Let's do that now before we put glue on it. And put those on there, or you can do it after the glue is dry. I'm going to make this just a little bit bigger. But if it's a cat, wouldn't they be... Oh, they would. But that's okay. We're going to make them like this. And then after that, paint over them, make them stick. All right, we're going to have to let it dry. It might take maybe a half an hour to dry. Or if your mom can help you with a blow dryer and blow it dry a little bit. If the cardboard needs a little bit extra, it's okay. If you just like to put more glue on things, that's okay too. Let's make sure nobody moves. There we go. So now we've got our kitty cat. And then after it dries, we're going to put on the mouth.